Hello and welcome to the Glorious Food podcast with me, Darren Rees. This is the podcast for kids to listen and learn about all things food. From learning about where different food comes from to why particular foods are popular in some countries. And this is the podcast stacked with magnificent stats and facts to impress your friends and family. This is Glorious Food. In this episode, we are going to be talking about pizza. I mean, who doesn't like pizza? Well, I'm sure there's some people out there who don't like pizza. But where did it all start? Who ate it? What's the biggest pizza that's ever been made? We better find out. It's thought that pizza has been eaten for over 1,000 years. You heard that right, 1,000 years. In fact, so I've read, there are things written down that archaeologists and scientists have found from over 1,000 years ago where people have spoken about pizza. Can you imagine what it was like 1,000 years ago when people were making and eating pizza? There was no such thing as pizza takeaway shops then. In fact, the records show that the first proper pizza shop was in Italy, in a place called Naples, in 1830, which was around 194 years ago. Also, so many records show that pizza started in Italy, and it also started in Naples. One of the most common types of pizza, which is now eaten millions of times a day all around the world, is the classic margherita. Can you work out how the margherita pizza links to the Italian flag? Well, if not, don't worry. This is how. The Italian flag is green, white and red. So is margherita pizza. The green basil leaves on the pizza represent the green on the Italian flag. The white mozzarella stringy lovely cheese represents the white on the Italian flag. And the red tomato represents the red on the Italian flag. But do you know why margherita pizza is called margherita pizza? Well, we haven't got anyone to confirm it because it was all the way back in 1889, which was 100 years before I was born, that there was a Queen of Italy and she wanted a pizza. Her name was Queen Margherita. She wanted a pizza made for her by one of the best pizza makers in the land. And what she described is what was made. A thin, crusted cheese and tomato pizza, and it was from that moment on that the pizza would be referred to as the margherita pizza. Now that's a fact for the next time you have pizza with your friends or family. After this episode, if you want to, speak to an adult about making your own pizzas. There's a cook-along episode for you to listen to, and that is episode 2. One of the great things about pizza is all of the toppings that you can have on it. There are thousands and thousands of different combinations of pizza toppings, which means there really is something for everyone. Pepperoni pizza is one of the most popular toppings, and did you know that in a year, across the whole world, in all of the countries, over 113 million pounds of pepperoni toppings are put on pizza. That is the same as over 18,000 African bush elephants. That is a lot of pepperoni. A controversial pizza is the Hawaiian pizza, which is the one which has pineapple on it. What do you think? Does pineapple go on a pizza? Anyway, do you know where Hawaiian pizza started? Well, if you said Hawaii, you're actually incorrect. And if you said Italy, you're also incorrect. So the story goes that Hawaiian pizza started in Canada, It was all the way back in 1962. A Greek man called Sam, along with his brothers, owned a restaurant in Canada. In their restaurant, they served traditional things like pancakes and burgers and all the other good stuff. Sam went off on a trip to Italy, and he went to Naples, which, remember, is apparently the birthplace of the pizza. On his return to Canada, he introduced pizzas to the menu. And at the time, tinned pineapple became very popular, and Hawaii had very recently become a part of America. And American people became very interested in the way of life on the island of Hawaii. The tinned pineapples, which Sam and his brothers were using in the restaurant, were called Hawaiian, and he named that pizza the Hawaiian pizza. The rest, well, it's history. Pizza is not just popular in Italy though, it's popular all around the world. And it's reported that over 3 billion pizzas are sold around the globe every single year. One of the most popular pizza eating places is America. In fact, America even has a national pizza month, which is October. A whole month dedicated to pizza. Some of the biggest selling pizza days where pizza shops and takeaways are rushed off of their feet is Halloween, the Super Bowl, which is a massive sporting event, and New Year's Eve, when everybody is getting excited to see the new year in. It's also reported that somewhere around 300 slices of pizza are eaten every second in America. Do you know what the world record is for the biggest pizza? Well, it was actually by an American YouTuber who, along with a pizza company, created a pizza that was so big that it would have taken up nearly a quarter of Wembley Stadium's football pitch. If you can imagine around 1,700 pizzas all bunched together, that is how big it was. Once it was cooked, it was boxed up and given to charities around the area so that lots of people could be fed. Lastly, why do you think pizza is called pizza? And what does pizza even mean? Pizza is the Italian word for pie, and I guess it is a bit of a pie in its own unique way, but it's a pie which has captured the taste buds of the billions of people who share the globe. I hope that you've enjoyed listening and learning about pizzas. And if you want to make your own pizza, speak to an adult about it and listen to the cook-along, which is on episode 2. Please don't do any cooking unless you are told you are allowed or are being supervised by an adult. If there is a food, a dish, a veg, a fruit, or anything else to do with food that you want me to cover on another episode, you can ask an adult to send an email to foodgloriousfoodpodcastuk@gmail.com. The email address is in the description of this episode.